EMPS, this reading is intended to help you create the kind of communication you want to create. First, let's clear the energy. With that, first, let's draw for the collective. What kind of communication is number one trying to create? What kind of communication is number two trying to create? What kind of communication is number three trying to create? What kind of communication is number four trying to create? And how can number one create that communication? How can number two create their communication? How can number three and number four? Alright. And this is the stone that the deck chose. And the overall energy is you're going to be moving into calmer waters. So let's see what card the collective got. We have the Hierophant, and I have written on here, do not follow blindly. And I'm actually going to read, my bad, from the Enchanted Tarot book that comes with this deck. So, see, Major Arcana, number 5, the Hierophant. The figure of an old man, wise, placid, patient, and merciful, stands on a hill, offering his blessings to the union of an expensively dressed man and his equally high-born lady love, the necessary rituals of a successful family life, and the society it spawns are the basis for all religions. The Hierophant, sometimes known as the Pope, represents the spiritual guidance dispensed by representatives of the traditional, organized religions. This guidance is practical and follows, without question, all dogma as taught by his predecessors. His goals are the maintaining of conventional social mores and the assured position of his religion. The Hierophant's devotion to his position is real, as symbolized by the white heart above his head. This father confessor can be relied on for advice and support within the guidelines of his training, while he faithfully lays down the codified laws and spiritual principles contained in the book he is holding in his right hand. His unremitting daily study and practice of those traditions still impart to him some of the occult knowledge upon which his religion was originally based. The awakening, I forgot to mention at the top, it says the dream, describing the picture. Now the awakening. Rules and traditions are based on the sincere desire of our predecessors to preserve what was useful in their time. But your interests are not always best served by blind obedience. The repression of your right to think freely may result in conformity. Still, in many situations, the religious moral values and traditions will comfort and sustain me. The enchantment. Now this is a spell you can try. 5 flat Place 5 flat stones in a cross, 1 for each of the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. +1 in the center where you stand. Sprinkle salt water in the middle, saying, I consecrate this sacred place, and nothing but love shall ever enter in. I call forth all the powers of the One Spirit to charge and attend this space. You may now use this church to establish loving practices of your own design. So now you can see why I've written on this card, do not follow blindly. And it's the same thing with role models. It's good to have a role model, but what works for everyone in their lives, each person, it's going to be different. Everyone's going to have a different kind of reality to come home to, that they have created, that they will create, that they want to create. So when it comes to communication, in this circumstance for my collective, basically when it comes to communication styles, try to configure your own, try to create your own communication style that gets your point across to everyone that you meet. Taking to consideration and consider, people who've tried to teach you their communication, or looking up communication style etiquette, things like that. There are plenty of books, etc., on communication itself. But figure out your communication style and figure out the best and easiest way for you to communicate to where you, I want to say, feel comfortable and confident when you're speaking to someone, so that way when you speak to them you sound clear. Because if you talk to someone and you sound unsure, they're going to think you're unsure of what you're saying. Yes, so that's being recommended for my collective at this time. Let's clear that energy using the tongue drum, healing drum. So if you haven't been with me before, all of my loves know this trick. We say 1, 2, 3, which one is most true for me, whichever one, or once. Your eyes land on is the 1 or once for you. So let's get started. Welcome, number 1. Now let's see. First off, what you're trying to communicate. We have the 6 of Pentacles, help others. I'm hearing, I just want to be helpful. I just want to do the right thing. And sometimes there is no right thing. Sometimes there is no right answer. If you will, even with the best of intentions, it can create the worst atmosphere just because you want to be helpful. Some people don't want help. Imagine that. Some people don't want that communication, that sharing of energy. Some people just want to be left alone. And I'm sensing the person you're asking about just wants to be left alone. And maybe you know in your heart of hearts, everyone wants love. You need to remember some people have given up on love and that they're past the point of no return. So how to help you in your situation of communication? We have Ace of Pentacles, materialization. This person's been through many hardships. just help them out in a way that is financial, in a way, if you can help out financially. If you can't, help them do chores or something around the house. Like, if you know a good friend who'll give you a freebie and something, give it to them. Like, they're about material possessions. This person has a lack mindset. They're very materialistic because in their life a lot was taken away from them. They didn't have a whole lot growing up, and they still have that mindset of they can never get enough. And one of the reasons they push people away is they're worried they'll be greedy, they won't give. But I will warn you that with this person, you will not receive anything in return other than you knowing you officially have this person in your life who wants you to give them things. And you will not get anything in return except just your knowledge of, I'm in this person's life. Will you benefit from this relationship at all? No. You're just literally trying to prove to your ego, prove to yourself a point of, I can get along with anyone, I can help anyone, and that is to your detriment. Number one, that's not going to help you. You want to meet people that will help you back and grow with you and believe in teamwork. This is completely what you stand against, so stop just trying to push a rock because you can push a rock, and proving you can do something just because. So this is what I have for you. Number one might not have been what you wanted to hear, but what you needed to hear at this time. That's what I have for number one. Number two. Now let's see. Communication for you. Nine of Wands, defend yourself. What you want to communicate is you're no one's doormat. But I personally think people can feel it in your energy. I think you're a very emotional person. I felt you right away. I felt your frustration. And I don't think it's just because I'm empathic. Because if I want to ignore your feelings, I can ignore. You're someone people can ignore feelings of. One of the reasons you struggle with your communication is everyone is feeling what you're really feeling. And sometimes what you're saying doesn't match what you're feeling. And that's what is confusing people. You're an emotional empath put upon this world, meant to heal people's emotions. However, you need to work on yours, and always make sure you say what you feel. And, I want to say don't sugarcoat it, but some people are babies and they need some softness because life really has been hard to them and they could break at any moment. Some people are fragile and beautiful. Dare I say it, you could be one of those people. You could be very sensitive very easily. So, first off, communicate exactly what you're feeling, but do it in a way that's responsible, where you're using your mind, not necessarily your hurt, if that makes sense. And how to help you with this. You have the Ten of Swords. Let go, let God. Sometimes you just have to hope and pray that someone understands you. Because some people refuse to understand others. Some people refuse to hear you, to see you, or to smell you. Interesting. To smile at you. Some people can't even be bothered to muster up a good morning back. Some people pretend like you were not there. You feel like, to me, you take things very personally. You're a very emotional person. So you just need to say to yourself, what they do has nothing to do with me. They don't get to tell me how to feel. I tell me how to feel, and I want to feel good, and I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to choose to do things that make me feel good. That way you feel good. That way you have good, positive, happy communication. It seems as though you're surrounded by a bunch of people ignoring you, but don't ignore yourself. So I really hope this helps you. Number 2, you actually feel sad to me. So Reiki hug to you. My intention is to send healing, heart, full. But you have to say I accept to receive it. So do you accept number 2? Do you accept this love I give you? If you do, say I accept sending you love. I even booped the camera. So that's what I have for you. Number 2. Number 3. Let's see. 4 of Pentacles, greedy. Number 4. When you talk to walls, do they talk back to you? Just in general? No. No, they do not. And if they do, you're either having a spiritual experience or you're schizophrenic. But why are you trying to talk to walls? You know these people, they will not budge, they will not move, they do not care. And you're trying to create a space for something that doesn't exist. Now, I will say, these people aren't hopeless, but it's going to be very exhausting. And it will take years. Yes, years. But you're a pro at this. I heard a knock. So, confirmation. And I'm hearing that song, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. It's like, I think, 80s metal song, like slow metal. But most normal humans would not bother, but it is your passion in life to connect with others and get others to connect, because you know that humanity cannot survive without connection, and you know that this is your purpose in this lifetime, is to get people to connect, which is funny because you actually feel quite shy. But it's because you're just, you know what's coming. It's not that you're shy, you're just more. It's similar to feeling shy. It's, what's the word? Let me think of it. You're hesitant to do this again. And what will help you? Queen of Wands. Initiate action. Don't dwell on the ifs, ands, or buts. Just do. And I feel as though that is exactly what you're doing. It's not like you're trying to push a brick wall over. You're simply discussing with it. And this wall can be repainted. You can't, fix every nook and cranny and completely rebuild it. You can't destroy it yourself. I apologize for any inconvenience. Just then, that follows. There's someone letting their animals out, so you may or may not hear barking in the background. We'll see. You know that deep down people want love. And you know that not every single person is hopeless. And you're the type of person who will talk to them. If you see a glimmer of hope, you'll act. If you see someone just completely blocking you, rejecting you, letting you know, no, you'll back off. And that is the only reason why I approve of the things that you do and the way you carry out your purpose. Because just because a dog barks, it doesn't mean it's barking at you to be vicious. You can tell if it's being vicious by how aggressive it is. You pay attention to tone and body language. So keep doing the things you're doing in the way that you're doing, and please be mindful of my words. Your angels are very proud of you for not taking things personally and for always trying your best, and they want to remind you it's okay sometimes to crash out. It's okay to say today is not going to go well. They're proud of you for that and still doing well anyway. So that's what I have for you. Number 3. Number 4. First, we have the Empress Creative Power. You just do what you want and you don't care how others receive it. For example, I'm getting the energy like maybe you would watch a lot of my videos, but you would never like, you would never comment, you would never subscribe or follow. You don't like leaving your imprint. You like doing just whatever you want. And you don't like acknowledging other people's existence. See, when you give someone a like, a comment, a subscribe, a follow, you're acknowledging their work, you're acknowledging their existence. And when you say good job, it reminds them you're proud of them. You don't like to tell people you're proud of them. You don't like to acknowledge others. The way you communicate is here I am, like it or not. That's how you want to communicate with others. That's not communicating. That's not talking to someone. That is talking at someone. Maybe you've been talked at your whole life and you were taught that's how you command a room, that's how you command respect. No. True respect is honor. Respect is giving respect back. You want respect, you give respect. You want to demean others. You think those people don't demean you when you're not around. Talk about you. Think those people really want anything to do with you? No. No, they do not. They probably only show up for a 9 to 5 or because you're paying them. And even then, it's not worth it. They all quit. So, that's the energy so far. How to help with this? We have the Hermit to use your inner light. A long time ago, you used to be someone who communicated very differently. But the world has shaped you and shown you that power is demanded, not received. Quiet power is the biggest power you can have. You walk into a room, you say nothing, and all eyes are on you, not because they're worried about what you're going to say or what you're going to do or that you're going to demand something, but they're fully immersed in the person that is you, and they really want to experience it, and they will hold their breath almost to hear you speak. The moment you look like you're going to speak to them, they're all eyes, they're all ears, they're completely interested in you, fascinated by you. They have an admiration for you. They feel inspired by you. This is how I try to speak to people. I try to inspire people. I want people to feel inspired when they walk away. I want them to feel good and confident and like they can be amazing. They can inspire others. They're powerful. Being powerful is feeling confident in yourself. People who demand and command the room, etc., there's no true respect there. When we treat each other as equals, you can feel the respect. You can feel that their smile is genuine. Just saying hi to everyone and not excluding anyone unless you have very good reasons, such as they threatened to put you in an oven. Actually had that happen last year-ish, around November. I didn't take it well. Handle it well though. You can't force something that isn't there. But you don't have to gently coax it either. Empower yourself, yes, but empower others. This is your message. Walk with others in joyous grace so you can skip to your loo together. Skip to the loo, skip to the loo, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. You suddenly reminded me of an old nursery rhyme. Skip to my loo, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. I remember singing that as a kid. Life is supposed to be a celebration between people. So don't talk at people, don't yell at people. Yell to them, talk to them. If you act interested in them just a little bit, they'll be a bit interested in you, but they're not going to be all about you, of course. And it's always good to be all about you. Love yourself, but don't make it like, I feel so maybe you haven't had enough death of the egos. Your ego quite gets in the way of your communication. Because when you communicate, it more so comes off as like some entitled freak or something. I was born, you should be grateful I exist. I mean, we should be grateful we all exist. We're all a blessing in our own ways. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. That's what I have for you, number 4. I love you, loves. That is your vibe. like, comment, share, and subscribe. Drop me a heart down below, and away we go.